This is part 2 of my instructions regarding your group Civic project. We went over defining the problem, which needs to be done well. You need to understand where the problem comes from and thinking about possible solutions. This is your ultimate goal. So from defining the problem, you should already think about solutions, because if you do the whole project and then it turns out that you could not find a solution, that's not going to be a very good thing. So in understanding the problem, you should look for scholarly articles, understand the problem in more depth, understand again where it's coming from and what possible solutions there may be, and then surveying people in your community or the students at Cal State LA to understand what their problems are, what their standing is on the problem. You can ask them for possible solutions as well. And by the way, you can change the solution along the way. When you get to here and you find a better solution, it's perfectly fine for you to change what your solution will be. Either way, we were at the surveys and I had shown you what another group had done. Something like this would be more than sufficient for you to submit. You need to have no less than 5 questions and no more than 10. Define the questions well. Again, it will give you a lot of insight. You will understand the problem and get much more suggestions for a good solution if you ask the appropriate questions. Now I'm going back to this PowerPoint, which, as I said, is not going to be due for you. You will just write out your solution. So you need to look at what your research has shown. For this group, it showed that they are lacking support, money, and they don't really know what to do with the college, which is first generation students. We're talking about first generation students. Again, analyze it, and here is a solution. That's one of their solutions. I'm not going to show you more of the solutions, so I don't have to take away things that you suggest if they are the same as here. I need you guys to have original ideas. Think about it. I'm sure you'll come with great ideas. You know what would be good for you. You are part of this population. You know what would be exciting for you. So suggest those things. You do not overwhelm me with solutions. You could have multiple solutions, just as long as you think them through, things that could be done. For example, if you suggest that we have beds for all the students in college to be able to take a nap, that's not possible. There is just no space. Another solution that would not work is building a parking structure that's really tall, let's say 7-8 stories. This was one of the solutions that prior groups have suggested when there wasn't enough parking, but there are limitations to what we can do because of the laws in the city. So don't think about something that may be too complicated. You can imagine how many departments and how much money would be involved in building a parking structure, not to talk about city officials, permits, and so many other things. Think about something smaller, something from your daily life that you can fix. You are not going to physically apply the solution, but it should be possible to do. So here is the last part, which tells you briefly, in general terms, what your solution should suggest. And I have not finished writing everything, but this is more than enough for you to understand what you are supposed to be proposing. Here, detailed steps that need to be taken are really important for the solution of the group that proposed to have some sort of a fair for the first generation students. They listed steps in which they can collect items, how they're going to collect them, and then how they are going to distribute them. You do not need to have 10 or 20 steps, but I would say somewhere between 3 and 5 steps to a solution would be reasonable, just so I can see that you have thought it through, that you thought about how this could become reality. Again, this is something that you need to do with everything. It's just like having a long-term goal and then breaking it down into short-term goals or into steps. This is what businesses do. Any business consultant would do that. Just about any manager, supervisor, and so on. And the higher in the hierarchy somebody is, the more they have to do such planning and breaking down things into detailed steps for people so they can be done step by step. So this is actually a great practice for business majors. This is how you could solve just about any business problem. I hope this is more understandable now. I hope you guys got a bit more excited about it. Personally, I was excited when they first told me that I have to teach such a project because it's very hands-on. You get to work with the community and you get to see basically the life cycle of a problem and a solution. Again, email me. Let me know if you have questions. If it's too many questions, if it's not easy to resolve with an email, we can do a video session, like video office hours, and I'm going to explain to you everything. If I have to do it all over again, that's fine. Please get involved with your group. Please be responsible and be safe. I hope you guys are taking care of your physical well-being. I hope you are doing different things. Personally, I go out in nature quite a lot, places that don't have many people, places that are not like stores, where you're breathing the same air with others, and this helps me a lot. It helps me to center myself. Yesterday, actually, I went to Mountain High. Above Mountain High, there is snow. We played in the snow, and it was a very nice break from this daily routine of staying home mostly. Think about ways to stay healthy, to have different things every day, so that same routine doesn't get you depressed. And do the same for others. Tell them they can do things, do them with your family, with your friends, and take care. Thank you.